Okay, sue me. I may have accidentally lied about the double feature. Okay? Sometimes sometimes you think you have content to say for an entire podcast episode and then you start recording and then it turns out you have nothing else to say. Okay? Sometimes that happens. And I feel as if because I am human, you should let me do that. You should let me do that. Yeah, but quite frankly, something else came up. And quite frankly, now I'm recording a podcast because now there's something for me to talk about. You're welcome. Hey guys. Welcome back to Who Gave Her a Mic with me, Samantha Kaye. Hi. And my co-host, my wall, and my bed and my pillow and my phone. And quite frankly, the content of this episode. Because what the actual what? You know what I mean? Because, like, what is a girl to do right now? Like, what is a girl to do in this environment, in this climate of what's going on right now? You know what I mean? Because, like, genuinely, what, what is there for me to, like, what did I do? You know what I mean? So, okay. Beginning of the week, my family, extended family, came to visit for the weekend to see like family, to celebrate my dad's birthday, whatever. And after all said and done, during that, I guess you could say, I got TikToks about the full moon, the effects of the weekend, and then boom, I find out Mercury retrograde is starting up again. I'm sorry, and I know that like retrograde happens like every other whatever because it's bound to happen. It's just how the stars work and whatever. But like, can I go a few more weeks before another thing goes into retrograde? Something just got out of retrograde like a week ago. Let me breathe. Let me breathe. To be fair, retrograde happens for Mercury like 4 times a year or something like that, and like whatever, this and third, but like retrogrades aren't retrograding the way they used to. You know what I mean? Like, you know the meme where it's like people are dying that weren't dying before? I understand it now because retrogrades are not retrograding the way they used to. Like, all of a sudden they're all the time. Maybe for people who are like always like so deeply in touch with that stuff, like they're like, no, that's not what's happening. But it definitely feels like it's happening way more than usual. It's definitely feeling like it's happening way more than usual because genuinely, what the fuck? Like, what in the world? Mind you, also, like, I decided I was going to not curse as much in the podcast, and then I completely disregarded that last episode. Whatever. So, I don't even fully remember what these videos were talking about, but, like, it was like, oh, like, don't do this, don't do that this weekend. And I'm like, okay, this weekend, if anything, whatever, I'm not going to do this, do that. Like, it was like, don't hit up your exes, don't fall into old patterns, this and the third. That entire weekend, I don't think I did that at all. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to give that to myself. I'm going to do that. And that's giving me a bone. I didn't do that at all. And then the week kept going. Monday happened, and then I saw more TikToks where it's like, okay, well, this is going to retrograde, and it's going to be in this, and this. And if your rising sign is this, or this, you don't do this, that, and that. And you do this and that. And I'm thinking like, okay, yeah. And then I've listened to mine, and it's like career stuff and pivots and like listening to your intuition and knowing what's right and like don't do this and that. And I'm like fully expecting this retrograde to be fully about my career. And then a few more come out that are just like career stuff. And then another video is like, love life, guys. Someone's coming back into your life and they're going to be more serious about it. And this, that, and the third. And I'm like, there's nobody in my life that I genuinely feel, or was in my life, that I genuinely feel as if would have definitely like wanted to do that. You know what I mean? Like none of these hoes were serious. None of these hus, none of my hus were serious. They did not give a damn about actually starting a relationship. So I was like, does not resonate. Bye. Swipe. Boy, was I wrong. Okay, so low key, the horoscope aligning with my days. Wednesday happened, something career wise, clicked in my brain. Thursday, I decided that I was gonna, I realized a shift that I might have to make in regards to getting my career stepped up. Um, through I emailed an old professor. I was like, hey, I need help finding a job, this, that, and the third. And she's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then she said something about oh, don't disregard this type of line of work in order to reach that end goal. Do not disregard it. A foot in the door is, the most important thing. So don't do that. Okay. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And I'm starting to think maybe that is the career shift that I might have needed and was gonna get. So I was like, let. So Friday's gonna be chill, because Friday, according to all of the horoscope things, were that's when things are gonna start aligning. And beginning of today's Friday, I was like, wow, yeah, I think I'm gonna kind of go into this one area of it, and I think I can genuinely not find success in this, but I think I can genuinely find a way to make this into something. And then I hung out with my friend. Hey, girl. And things were dandy and cool. But while I was hanging out with her, freaking situationship Armageddon happened. Situationship Armageddon exploded. You know what I mean? The world was ending. And I didn't even know it until I checked my phone towards the end of us being out and about. I want to preface this with, I've been I'll say talking to this guy, but he clearly doesn't want anything more than and I've kind of accepted that, and I don't think it's gonna progress further than that, because I don't think that's gonna be something that'll budge. So this guy I matched with on Hinge a month or two ago, and we added each other on Instagram. And, we whatever, every few weeks, he'll be like, hey, are you back in the city? And I'll be like, oh, no, not yet. No job. And he'll be like, oh, okay. Well, if you ever want to, there's always a place, and I'm like, okay, yeah, cool, whatever. I decide, because I'm thinking I'm over the apps. I never leave my house. There's something in me that's that genuinely believes that my first boyfriend, my first adventure into actual love, which sounds so stupid, but it's true, is gonna be somebody that at the moment of it happening or starting to roll, it's gonna be somebody that I already had known and is getting a second chance in my life, quote unquote, very loose term of second chance. And there were so many times where I think that was gonna happen, and they flopped. A certain person comes to mind. A certain person that I should not have let in my life again. Whatever he's done and he's over with. Miss moving on. You know what I mean? I'm breaking down, gonna start from scratch. Shake it up like an exit sketch. Oh, yo, I loved Fifth Harmony. Guys, I love a girl group. Huge fan of Cat's Eye. I'll say it. I had a very short K-pop phase a long time ago, and then Cat's Eye came up, and I'm like, well, they're not technically K-pop. So I'm really into Cat's Eye right now. Anyway, I started Dream Academy. So good. So good so far. Second episode, So good. Can't wait to can't see the you know what I mean? Anyway, where was I? Right. Okay. That was not at all. That wasn't related to anything I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, I have these like set things and they give me so much anxiety because I'm so like I think it's part of the reason why I'm so fearful of letting go of things because I always think like I'm a huge believer in second chances and that has bit me in the butt many a time. And I hate to say it, it is one of the pieces of advice I always give people. I hate that because sometimes they'll be like, I shouldn't have done that. And like, I'm sorry, but like, I don't know. I I have a high tolerance for people messing up because I feel as if I'm such a fuck up that like if I was never given second chances, I feel like I'd have nothing and no one. So I'm very thankful for them and I'm very pro convincing people to give them whether or not someone may or may not deserve it because a lot of times I've gotten second chances where I may have not deserved it and I kind of roll with that. That's not to say that like every single time it's like I don't deserve it, but there have been some times, like especially in high school, where I definitely should not have gotten that second chance, and I did, and I was grateful for it. And even though that time has passed, that second chance little moment, I did grow, I did all that stuff. So, that being said, I think that kind of leads into why I'm so forgiving when a man messes with me. Like fucks me over essentially. I'm so willing to do that and there's that mindset where it's like do it once, never again, like and that's a good one and if you're not I wouldn't say fragile, but you don't have a tolerance for being mistreated, good for you. If you grew up in my family, grew up in my family, my extended family, there is nothing anyone else well, no. Okay, that's not true. But like it's a very high bar for you to do something that is worse than the things that my family has ever done or said to each other. So we have a lot of tolerance in this head right here, in this body right here. So I'm always like, threatening threatening my friends of giving people second chances. And it has bitten me in the butt many a time. But whatever, I digress. Anyway, um here I am having a good Friday with my friend because I was threatening I was throwing threats. I was like, if you don't hang out with me, something drastic's gonna happen to me. Yeah. Yeah. I'm lonely. And obviously one of them took the bite. Well, they bit the bait. Thank God. Cause now all the pent up energy from being alone is out now. And now I'm recharging again. It's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. Anyway, here I am trying to have a good Friday. And then boom. Oh, sorry. Where was I? No, I'm so sorry. I skipped the gun. This happens a lot when I'm telling a story. Anyway, anyway, sorry. This is like the pitfall of hearing a story from me. Because when I'm writing down a story, oh, it's good. Because I can go back and I can scroll back and fix what I forgot to write. Anyway. On Thursday, I hit this guy up that I matched with a month, like 2 months ago or something. And I was like, hey, ended up asking you, like, what were you looking for? And he says this. I'm like, oh, well, I was kind of looking for a boyfriend. And he was like, oh, well, like, like, dating's never been, like, a thing that I've understood. I'm like, honestly, yeah, same. So he's like, yeah, well, like, if you're down, I'm down to just, like, start off doing like friendship stuff and seeing what happens. And I'm like, wait, turn this beat up. I like this one. Turn it up. Yo, turn the dial. Snaps. So like, yeah, I was reaching to go reply to a message that I saw that he sent me in the middle of me hanging out with a friend. Obviously, I'm busy. I'm yapping with my girl. I'm not gonna answer your shit. Like, you're a boy, she's a girl. Ladies first. Ladies first. Anyway, so I go to answer, and then I see that it says 2 in the messages. I go on Instagram and I see that there's 2. I go on Instagram and it says 2 right there in the message thing. And I'm thinking, huh, that's weird. He probably sent me 2 things. Boy, was I wrong. Muted notifications message from my ex situationship. Jaw drop. Natalie. Yeah, name drop. You're welcome, girlie. Love you. Name drop. Natalie, you will not believe who texted me. And she's going through all these people. Girl, no. Girl, no. Girl, no. And then she's like, evil man? I'm like, yeah, it's him. What am I supposed to do? It takes a lot out of me to not reply to somebody unless, like, they're done. I'm done. They're done in my head. Like, no more chances given. But, like, I don't know. So, like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna ignore it. Well, we're still driving back to my place because we're gonna hang out a little bit more. And then we get to my place. I fill up my water. We're sitting down. We're gonna play Tapple. I love a board game. We're playing Tapple. Notification. Oh no, what is it? A second plane. I should really stop making jokes like that because genuinely, I was born on 9/11. I was born in the Philippines at 9/12. And when I was born, it was 9/11 in America. 9/11 America. My dad was in New York City when I was being born, getting his education or something. He's just like, like getting a degree or something, whatever, like whatever. And I just feel like I'm a little too loosey goosey with those with those jokes for a girl who a little too close to home. My dad was going to NYU. It's a little too close to home. And it was just like, what do you mean? Another guy that I was like talking to hits me up the same day. Right after I start talking to a guy that's essentially getting a second chance because, like, we haven't talked in like weeks at that point because I wanted to know what he was looking for. It's like, okay, domino fall. And then I go to check because I only saw the notification, so I go to see if it was like a video or a chat or a picture to see what he sends me. I see muted notifications number 2 has sent me a snap. Mind you, I stopped answering him in June. I left him unopened since June. Hits me up. It's been 5 hours now. Are you kidding me? So that's 1, 2, 3. Right? You're keeping up? I'm like, this is so annoying. This is so stupid. This is so annoying. This is so stupid. Guess what? Put my phone down. Notification again. I check. Then the situationship number 4 hits. Would I say ex situationship? No, technically not. And is it really a situationship? No, I'm making it one because I want more and I haven't said anything. YOLO. Anyway, I'm gonna just because the majority of it is X, I'm gonna say four. So I mean, I'm gonna say X for all of it, but like four X situationships hitting me up in one day. What is this madness? What is going on? This ain't right. This is not right. What is going on? Guys, literally, like, what is going on? I'm not a fan of this development, honestly, truly. Something smells. I can't tell if that's like. I don't know what that smell is. Anyway, I'm gonna adjust. What is going on? Is it like hit up Samantha Day? Is it realize what you lost day? Is this a holiday I didn't know about? Yeah. And then I'm like, guys, what's going on? Which leads to me hitting record. The one relationship horoscope about this retrograde that I ignored. Came true. Of all the ones that were like, oh yeah, this like career thing's gonna happen, the one of the horoscope things I ignore, which is the relationship one. He's like, no, I've accepted that this is gonna be a very career focused like week of healing because of the retrograde shit. The one that was like people from your past or someone from your past is coming back. Little did I know that was the one I should have been listening to. You expect me to scroll through the 5 million TikToks I have seen since then to realize how I'm supposed to navigate through this? No. I can't take this. Like, this is TikToker I love. I absolutely love Tyler Jacobs. I'm gonna go Jacobs. Tyler Jacobs. I'm like, I love his life. It's so interesting. It's so fun. Would never want that many situationships in my life like that. Life imitates art, apparently, because genuinely, what is a girl to do with this? Like, what am I? Guys, I don't know what to do. I need to talk to as many people about this as I can. If you were a friend of mine and you see this, please hit me up so I can chat about this, so I can process my emotions. Because we all know I'm not good at that. We all know I'm not good at it. I need to talk it out with a friend or two in order for me to process my emotions. I'm not a venter. I vent once I realize and once it's past. Oh, I love to vent, but only when like if it's happening as it's happening. I don't like to vent about it because I don't want to complain too early and then be like, oh, actually it was fine. You know what I mean? I don't want to accidentally say something like really mean because I'm like exhausted and like mad and need to vent, and then something happens the next day or something and it'll be like, oh my god, I overreacted. Because my brain works in such extremes that it's just kind of like, obviously that's like the natural, conclusion to make up. It's not. And I just don't know how to process this. I hit him up. I'm like, hey, so you just hit me up out of nowhere and I don't know how to feel about this. So can we talk about it? Because it's stressful. Which sounds healthy. Talk about what's bothering you with the person that it's like dealing with. But this is a special case. This is a very special situation. Cause you're kind of crazy if you do that with a situationship. You know what I mean? Especially when it's like an ex situationship. How do you broach a conversation approach a conversation like that? You know what I mean? Like, oh my goodness. Which is crazy because like I'm just trying to be a girl. I'm just trying to have fun. And this is how you treat me. I'm working on myself. I finally toned my hair so it's not as like orangey yellow anymore. And this is how life is treating me. I finally made a portfolio website and put it on my resume to apply to like places. And this is how you're treating me. I'm getting my life together and now this is happening. Is this a test? Oh my god, it's a test from the universe. I don't want it. You're gonna test me unprepared. I don't do well in pop quizzes. I actually resent pop quizzes so much that I purposely do not as good as I could on them. You're giving me a pop quiz, I'm hitting every single one of them up again. Every single one of them I'm responding to. Yeah, except for the one. Except for that one. The one on Snap. The muted one. Yeah, that one's no, that one's good. I'm over, I'm done. Everything else? Everyone else? Oh, I'm hitting them up. Ones that haven't hit me up, I'm hitting them up. You think you can test me? Miss Baby Steps at fixing her impulse control? That's insane. That is insane. You don't go up to a person. You don't go up to Kat from Victorious who is weaning off a bibble with a whole bag of bibble. You give her a few weeks without bibble. Give her one piece of bibble right there. Make sure she doesn't eat that. And then continuously, progressive overload. Give her a little bit more bibble than before. To help her build that tolerance to bibble. You know what I mean? That's healthy. That's how you do things. Universe should not be giving me 8 million of my impulse control issues and be like, okay, let's see how you handle that. That's not happening. That's not going to happen well. You are wrong. You're bad for that. What if I'm ugly now? What if I respond to all these ex situationships except for one, obviously? And they're like, damn, she glued down. Worst nightmare is being talked about behind my back and the first thing out of their mouth is that looks like they're worse off without me. I may have a mental blip now and then because of what happened, but to believe that my life is worse off without you, that is an insult. That is so mean. That's like the worst insult you could say. Guys, I don't know. Sorry, I had to mute real quick. That was like how is a girl supposed to move forward? You know what I mean? Oh, what's in my bag? I'm back. This is a what's in my bag so I can cope. First, I'm showing you the slime that I made to cope. You could probably see it on the TikTok that I made of my time lapse of making the slime. Because I last year made slime because I really wanted to tell my situationship that I wanted more, but I can't tell him that because at the time, having him not in my life was scarier than him not knowing. You know what I mean? Like, that was scarier. So, the slime. Very nice. Thank you. Genuinely, why would they all hit me up? I don't know. Like, that was so cruel and mean and rude. So cruel and mean and rude. Genuinely, what? What was that for? What was that for? Like, can anyone answer that for me? Like, why would they all hit me up? Like, that was so despicable. Despicable me, more like despicable to me. That was crazy. That was crazy. Guys, life is so stressful. Life is so stressful. First, unemployment. Boo. Ugh. First, boo, unemployment. Now this, like, guys, like, how am I supposed to balance this? Like, part of me kind of wants to go, like, fuck it, we ball. Like, yeah, I'm a lover girl and all that stuff. But also at the same time, like, you know, if this is what's being thrown at me, I might as well have fun while doing it. And, like, like, Natalie has a point. Like, I'm a lover girl at heart. Like, it's never actually gonna be fun for me. Like, what am I gonna get out of it? Actually, I'm like, I don't know, plot something interesting in my life to happen for once. Yeah, maybe that. I don't know. It feels a little self-destructive, but at the same time, like, it's kind of sounds kind of fun. Yeah, wait, guys, it sounds kind of fun. I don't know. I'll just let you know. I don't know. I'll just let you know. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, like, no, because actually, now that I'm thinking about it, like, genuinely today was like the best and the worst that could happen to me. Like, I hung out with my friend, I got to window shop, I got a new folder to hold all my documents, I got supplies for slime. Preemptively, did not know I was gonna need to make slime, not just make slime for fun. Um, this, that, and the third, like, I really genuinely thought, like, wow, like, snaps, like, this is like a good day. And then I checked my bank account and boom, I forgot I had to pay Sally Mae. Boom, I forgot that meals when you go out to eat at a diner cost money. Boom, all this situationship bull crap happens. Like, okay, like, you can't let a girl have fun for a second, and, like, you have to remind her that life exists and things move on and things come back and leave your whatever. Guys, that's it. That's it for today's episode. I can't tell if it's a short episode. I can tell if it's a long episode, but all I can tell you is that this is the episode that you're getting. Because genuinely, what is going on? What is going on? What's happening? I can't do this. I can't handle this. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. Anyway. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching this life update episode, essentially, because these things are still developing. You're going to get an update next episode or next episode, whatever happens. You're getting an update at that point. But thank you so much for watching. Leave a like or don't. Leave a comment or don't. Love you so much. This has been Who Gave Her Mic with Samantha Kaye. Love you. Kisses. Bye.